Ba-doo-boo-doo-doo-doo. Sorry, I was singing a song about the pest plants. Anyways, speaking of, they are running coverage against the window in case of any birds. I've put a gag into Discord. We're good to go, baby. No distractions this video, except for the diseased miasma that permeates the holes in my brain that I've given to it through the better part of 20 plus years of giving my brain the chemical equivalent of Mike Tyson uppercuts every fucking day. So, you know, it's a me video. There's gonna be some nonsense. So, man, I need to get rid of that so crutch again. Knocking cobwebs off. I'll either fix it or I won't. I wanted. I was thinking. So it's been over a week. I've I've kind of tested the waters with some test videos, giving you guys some easily digestible random high videos. One second, I gotta take a little sippy sip. Oof, never mind. It was just a burp. Thought I was thirsty, just a burp. Fucking goddamn. My own body's betraying me this episode. Now I remember. So yeah, I figure give you some. I've already given you some easily digested content. Maybe it's time to do something a little more savory, a little more substantial, something with a little bit of that umami flavor that is so popular nowadays. And I figured, hey, it'd be a good thing to do is a good old fashioned movie ramble. And I was like, yeah, I could do Barbie or Oppenheimer or both. Like, that's the thing to do according to the algorithm and, what's popular and how to actually grow your channel. But I'm not interested in any of that shit. So, I'm more interested in just talking about what I like. And I also know, because you might notice for newer viewers, if there are any, I might just be talking to more of the old viewers. For the old viewers, you know, but for newer people, just in case, you might notice a distinct lack of movie review in the title of this, because that's not what these are. You come in here looking for a well thought out critique, looking at themes, looking at performances, ain't fucking happening. Now, if you want somebody who very well could end up spending more of the time of this video not talking about the fucking movie than actually talking about the fucking movie, you're in the right place. Speaking of, that's one of the reasons I picked this one, Guardians 3, if you couldn't tell from the fucking title, which, I don't know. Like, maybe you're illiterate and somehow you just got here. If you did, I'm impressed. You're the most impressive illiterate in the world. You've probably never heard that before, but you know what? I'm glad to be the first one to give you a little bit of positive reinforcement and what society deems a weakness in you, but apparently, like, you've made it far enough to be able to just randomly click through fucking YouTube videos. I mean, hell, like, fucking Twitch streamers a valid fucking career now. Like, you might be able to fucking do something with that. Gonna take a little hit. See, I'm not still not used to the longer pace, and that's why I kind of want to ease myself into this because it's like it's easy. It's easy on the goat pin, you know, because I got two co-hosts, so it's not just always me having to be on every fucking moment. I could like theoretically, if this was the goat pin, which you can subscribe to by going down into the link below and also join the Discord, which is also technically my Discord as well, since I Thanos snapped my Discord. Look, see, we're on fucking topic. I made a Marvel reference. Clap. Clap, you fucking circus seals. Literally forgot what I was going to say. Again, work in progress. Or so you would think, because like I'm pretty sure my back catalog would be like, yeah, this ain't this ain't nothing new with him. He's just using the fucking excuse that he hasn't fucking made any fucking videos in 3 fucking years as a fucking as a crutch to fucking. I wonder how many people are just skipping through this fucking like. When is he gonna talk about Guardians 3? Like, how many Millhouses are watching this fucking video right now? Just, I mean, fun question. Not only how many Millhouses are there, how many Millhouses do you think specifically stopped at this point to hear me call them a Millhouse? So, yeah, Guardians 3. Why talk about it? Like, a couple of reasons. I liked it. It's a good movie. So, there's that. Like, fuck you. I can talk about things I like. It doesn't always have to fucking be negativity with me. Always being negative is what made me almost go fucking Ted Kaczynski. So, maybe ease back on the throttle on the negativity a bit. There's that. It's good. Probably the last actual good Marvel movie we'll ever fucking get. Probably get into more in a tangent on that one later. Which, speaking of, that's another reason I decided, because there's a lot of good crags and outcroppings on Guardians 3 for me to use as a launch off point into tangents. Which again, whole point of these movie rambles isn't really to fucking talk about the movie. It's more to see, is Napalm actually gonna fucking talk about the movie? It's it's a bet at this point. I should get a fucking sponsorship with like one of those shitty fucking bet companies that just will rob my fucking subscribers blind and just like take bets. How long will it take Napalm to fucking talk about the movie that ostensibly he is supposed to be currently fucking talking about? Guess what, bitch? I can do this for a time. I was gonna say all day, but then I was like, it's Saturday. There's shit I gotta do. Gotta go to the store, get some drinks, and yeah, I think it's gonna be nice today. I'm recording this like in the morning, so like sun's barely up, so I don't know if it's gonna be another one of the fucking rainstorm days or another one of just the hot days. So, yeah, here's hoping it's a hot day. I can at least go outside for 5 minutes until the 100% humidity chases me back into the house, because if I spend any longer out there, I'll fucking just die from the fucking sweat on my disgusting fucking oval shaped body. What were we here about? Oh yeah, Guardians 3. This is a good thing that I have the fucking picture here this time. Notice it's not the possum. So yeah, Guardians 3. Good movie. Thanks for watching. Fuck, I almost had you, didn't I? I was gonna end it there. I probably should, because honestly, I'm gonna lie. I don't have much to actually say about this movie. Again, it is good. It like James Gunn obviously fucking cares about these characters, wants to fucking tell stories with them. Shockingly, that turns out makes a good fucking trilogy of movies when you give a director something they actually want to do. It's novel, isn't it? It's almost, I can't think of another franchise where they fuck that up. Especially another franchise owned by Disney. I don't know why I'm doing that, because I don't even give a shit about Star Wars. I'm more like worried about like Star Trek, which I hear is like kind of okay now. I don't have Paramount Plus, so like I only get to see that shit whenever it pops up on the old fucking torrent. Not weed for people worrying about this video fallen even further off the rails. That was a cigarette. Good, wholesome, godly tobacco grown in America by the savage sun worshippers. Fuck, that's turned into the Go Pin podcast there for a second. Anyways, Guardians 3. I'll be honest, it did surprise me. Because, well, I thought, especially since Batista had said he's out, I thought this was going to focus on Batista. You know? Because, and if I had to like a critique, I mean, I guess, now if I had really one critique of this movie, it's kind of Adam Warlock. And I only mean, because, like, I don't hate what they did with Adam Warlock. I've never been a big, giant Adam Warlock fan. He's just always kind of been like, oh yeah, it's that guy who's also the Soul Stone. Huh, neat. And again, I kind of like what they did with him, where they just kind of made him like a big, doofy himbo villain. Like, that's kind of fun. But it really felt like, like it felt like he was there because they were like, we need Adam Warlock. We need to introduce Adam Warlock in one of these movies, James Gunn. I mean, High Evolutionary was fucking great. He legitimately might be my favorite Marvel villain. He is basically, as I like to describe him, the Frieza of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If someone like Loki or Thanos or like the Cell, where it's like, oh, this is a fairly complex villain that has like a long-term fucking scheme they're trying to achieve. They're not always on top. Sometimes they're on the bottom, and they gotta fucking be a little more sneaky about the things they want to do. I guess that really applies more to Loki than it does really Thanos. But you get what I'm saying. Like sometimes you don't need a complex villain. You know, sometimes you just need the prick. And I'll be honest, I wish I saw this movie in theaters. Because, like, most people, or maybe not most people, but a lot of people, the pandemic ended me ever going back to the fucking theaters. Which is really sad, because the last fucking movie I saw in theaters was fucking Cats. Twice. If you want to see the horrifying experience that was my fucking me watching Cats, go check out the Goat Pen podcast channel, because that video is on there. For some reason. I don't... Why is that video on there? It's not really a Goat Pen episode. Huh. Anyways, if you want to see me fucking freak out and talk about how I almost completely fucking disassociated and went fucking primal in the movie theater, go check it out on Goat Pen Podcast. I think I even threw it into the Goat Pen Podcast playlist, which, again, thinking about it more, not really a podcast episode, just more of a napalm episode. You know what? That was probably recorded during that weird period where the Goat Pen podcast was transitioning from its first incarnation as a fan fiction slash wiki podcast into whatever the fuck it is today. But yeah, High Evolutionary. Great villain. Loved him. So satisfying to see that fucking prick get beat down. Wasn't a big fan of his look in the movie at first, but it grew on me. I like that the fact that they made him into kind of a RoboCop. I kind of wish they gave him the armor, like kind of a more armored look. But like, I guess if you combine like his like weird RoboCop head, and then the armor, he kind of just looks like fucking Apocalypse. If they ever want to do that, which they probably shouldn't, because like, well, I guess I honestly I probably babbled on too much, but I definitely have babbled enough to the point where it's like I think it's time to address the fucking elephant hanging off of the fucking sword of Damocles in the room. The fact that like yeah, everything fucking sucks now. I mean, it just in general, but like more specifically with Marvel, because you know this is coming off of fucking like Guardians. God, I wish Guardians 3 was the most recent fucking Marvel thing, because then it'd be kind of like, ah, shit, maybe it's getting good again. Maybe it's not just going to be mediocre to fucking terrible like the rest of fucking Phase 4 was. And then nope, fucking Secret Invasion comes out, and it's I've so long term viewers will know this. This is the. I mean, to be fair, this is a channel or two ago, so it's, even the long-term viewers of this fucking channel might know this. But way back on the channel I had before this one, Napalm the Usurper, I talked about Agents of Shield. I would do weekly fucking reviews of Agents of Shield. I did not like Agents of fucking Shield. I said a lot of bad, bad things about Agents of Shield. I wish I could fucking take him back. I wish I could fucking just go back to my past self then and be like, man, you're gonna miss the days of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because outside of like two fucking shows Marvel's done, like everything else on Disney Plus has just been, again, mediocre to fucking garbage. It's either, like, at best, Shang-Chi, or at worst, Doctor Strange and fucking Madness. At best, Loki. At worst, whatever the fuck Secret Invasion was. And this fucking cycle's just continuing. God, I was so excited for fucking Moon Knight. And then, like, I literally gaslit myself. Like, in hindsight now, I'm just like, God, Moon Knight was so fucking disappointing. But I couldn't fucking say that at the time because it's like, finally, fucking Moon Knight. Yay. And it's like, no, I shouldn't fucking settle for this fucking dog shit. Like, nobody should. Like, you could do a lot of fucking cool, interesting fucking things with Moon Knight. And they did some of those fucking things, but the rest of it was just fucking shit. Like, that's probably the most amazing thing about fucking Guardians 3 in terms of the fucking, in terms of being a Phase 4 movie. Because even the good Phase 4 movies, like, they have fucking big problems in them. Except for fucking Guardians 3. Not saying it's an objectively fucking perfect movie. As we all know, the only objectively perfect movie is a ball rolling down a hill. But this is close. This is almost a ball rolling down a hill. And it's just like, I don't, and I'll be honest, I don't know what it is. Because, like, it's not that like, not everything's connected. Because not everything needs to fucking be connected. Because not everything in the first three fucking phases of the MCU was fucking connected. And they did just fine fucking there. And, like, I don't know. Like, is it just, like, Kang? Is it maybe Kang? I don't think it's fucking Kang, because the problems fucking started before fucking Kang showed up. Like, Eternals happened before fucking Loki. Also, why does nobody talk about the fact that, you know, God tried to fucking birth himself out of the fucking planet and, you know, was aborted by a bunch of fucking D-tier fucking superhumans nobody ever fucking heard of. And now there's just a dead fucking god fetus in the fucking ocean. Ever gonna talk about that? No? Okay, cool. Fucking whatever then, I guess. Also, there's like movies I forgot and have even fucking come out. Like fucking Black Panther 2? I forgot that fucking came out. I thought that was gonna be a Phase 5 movie, but then I was like, oh no, Black Panther 2. That's one of the like again, Black Panther 2. It's fine, but like, did it need to fucking exist? Not really. Like, it's just. I mean, and this was always gonna be the case. You're never on top forever. Despite what the fucking capitalist fucking shitheads who are currently running this fucking planet into the fucking ash bin of history would think, contrary to what they think, things cannot continuously fucking improve. Eventually, entropy will fucking set in, and shit will start to fucking suck. And I think we are just at that fucking point with because I know a lot of people talk about like superhero fatigue, and I don't think it's superhero fatigue. Not necessarily, because like Invincibles did fine, The Boys is doing fine, the new Superman show's doing fine. Like you put like good superhero shit. Like I think the bigger fucking problem is it's it's this fucking streaming fucking mentality that the studios have now of just quantity over fucking quality. So like there's just like 500 fucking superhero movies coming out a fucking year, and maybe 5 of them are fucking good and worth fucking something, and the rest of them are just middling fucking dog shit. It's basically like if every fucking genre now was fucking horror. Like, like if you're a horror fan, you know what I'm talking about. Where like the glut of fucking directed to DVD and then later Netflix fucking horror has crippled that fucking genre. And I feel like because of the fucking streaming model, that contagion, which used to just be kind of fucking contained towards horror and maybe sci-fi, you could make an argument for, and also action, because God knows there's a fucking bunch of shitty fucking red box schlock fucking action movies of just like, hey, let's film in some country that has very loose sex trafficking laws and where we could just hire fucking people and shoot them with fucking blanks. So, but it's at this point it's just like they're fucking greenlighting all these fucking movies. They're expensive to fucking make. Like the last Indiana Jones movie, which I kind of liked. I liked it better than Crystal Skull, but that's mostly because they went fucking retarded in it. I wish they went a little more retarded in it. Like, God, I wish that movie ended with Indiana Jones fighting a fucking dinosaur. Like, just Indiana Jones. Okay, spoiler alert. Like you fucking like anybody gives a shit at this fucking point. Spoiler alert for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. They go back in time at a certain point to like the fucking the ancient Greeks fighting the Carthaginians or fucking something. And so I wish they went back in time and Indiana Jones fucking did the whole fucking sword bit. Like a velociraptor comes out of the woods and it starts doing like the velociraptor shit, and it's just like the sword bit from fucking Raiders where he just pulls out his gun and shoots the fucking velociraptor in the face. I that would have made that fucking movie for me. But here's a fun thing, right? And this kind of shows you, honestly, not only why the writer strikes are happening and why they were basically fucking inevitable, but also why there's probably basically no saving Hollywood, at least this current iteration of it. We are probably on the verge of another Hollywood studio collapse like in the fucking 70s, which all things considered might be a good thing because we got some fucking pretty dope ass fucking movies out of that new Hollywood phase. But here's the thing, right? Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, 80 million opening weekend. highest opening weekend for any Indiana Jones movie, including inflation. Doesn't fucking matter. Because they made the movie for $300 million. And they marketed the movie for probably almost the same amount, if not fucking more. And an Indiana Jones movie doesn't need to be $300 fucking million. Whoever, like, if I was Bob Iger, instead of fucking having this pissing contest with the fucking writers, I'd fucking track down the motherfucker in the studio who fucking greenlit the fucking $300 million fucking Indiana Jones movie, and I'd fucking goddamn whip him like a fucking dog that just pissed on a fucking oriental rug. Like, since ostensively this video is about Marvel, right? The original Phase 1 Marvel movies. And I know inflation, things get more expensive as time goes on, yada yada yada. But every one of those Phase 1 movies, except for Iron Man 2 and the first Avengers, $65 million. If I remember correctly, Iron Man 2 was $70 million because it was a sequel, and Marvel Studios was like, okay, the sequel can get a little bit more money. And the first Avengers was, if I remember, somewhere between 110 million and 120 million to make. And it just boggles my fucking mind that, like, fucking slightly over a fucking decade later, the motherfuckers have completely lost fucking track of this shit. Hell, fucking Kevin Feige. It's even more amazing because Kevin Feige's still there. He's still the one from fucking the very beginning who fucking put in this fucking plan. Which, you know, people always talk up the fucking consistency fucking part of Kevin Feige's plan with the MCU. What they didn't fucking talk a lot about, which was probably the thing they should have really fucking focused on, was, hey, you make the solo movies for fucking cheap. You make them for like around fucking 60 to 80 million dollars, and then you save up the fucking big money for the big fucking fuck off movie at the end of the phase, and you recoup it all that way, because by that time you've had 5 fucking movies hyping up one fucking movie, so that movie's gonna make a bajillion fucking dollars. But no, instead they've just rather fucking make Netflix, but shittier. I think this has been enough. So, I thought if I waited a second, some kind of like point would come from me, from the ether, you know, like, oh hey, here's some wise words that ties all of this inane bullshit together. Uh, fuck.